Hello my fellow gamers, Simple Geek Gamer, and welcome back to the Hermitpack on the Voxel Squad follower server. Yep, this is episode 16, my god I can't believe it too, we are flying through these episodes. And the first thing you may be wondering is, where have I been for the past 2 days? Well, to put it bluntly, I've been working, so obviously that takes up quite a bit of my time. And the second reason is, the past few days, I've had some really bad sinuses to the point where yesterday, it completely and utterly hit me for 6. And when it gets to that point, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to watch TV, I don't want to play games, I don't even want to watch YouTube. Watching the TV, not watching TV, that's awful, like when you got sinuses, like... So basically, all I've had to do is just relax, load myself up with painkillers, crash out, just try and sleep it off. And even then it didn't bloody work. I think yesterday I must have slept for around about 2.5 to 3 hours, and even then it subsided a little bit with the painkillers we had, but it didn't substantially clear up until I went to bed that evening. So yeah, it's really frustrating, which has put me back just a little bit as to why I was like I said, there's been no episode of the 9th. So yeah, this one is going to be going out on the 12th, which is going to give me a good few days to get this one out, and also a good few more days to get the one on the 15th out, which I'm really happy about. I don't like rushing to get a video out. I'd rather just take my time, work on it, and actually be a bit of good quality for you guys, which is the most important thing for me. Anyways, what is it I've been up to since we last saw you? Well, first things first, you may notice we've extended a little bit of a platform out just so it can kind of give me a basis of what I want to do, and we are going to go with the cylinders. Yep, it's a pretty big cylinder. It's not cylinder, I mean a sphere, and it's a 51 diameter sphere, which is huge. We're already starting to cook up a ton of clear glass, and I think we're going to need a hell of a lot more. As to how much, I'm really not too sure. Also, these things I've been working absolute bloody wonders. Just look at that. We've got loads of iron, we've got some nether quartz, which I really wasn't expecting, and also look at this, about 3.5 stacks of yellorite, and also we got 3.5 stacks of uranium, which is also a bloody bonus, which is kind of got a bit of leading us on to what we want to do today. But before we tell you, I just want to show you what we did in the last episode, because that, how can I put it bluntly, is absolutely freaking nuts. And oh my god, it's bloody night time. Oh, I hate it in the oval when it's night. Yeah, anyways, what we did was this. Yeah, we set up our first little bit of auto crafting, which I am so pleased about. Right, I'm gonna have to sleep because it's really annoying. I can't do it at night time. And this is what we made. Basically, load of these crafters and a good few of these solderers. Basically to auto craft everything, or should I say, the main key components of the refined storage mod, such as these bloody processors, which is going to save me a hell of a lot of time, especially if I want loads more of these drives, more of these storage blocks, or should I say, a load more of these 64 storage disks, which we happen to have 8 of them in here. And just look at that, 512,000 items we can throw in all here. That is just ridiculous, and also bonkers. And I can imagine we're just going to need just a fair few more. Also, in between eps, we've just made a few of these storage blocks just for the hell of it, just to stick a bit of stone, as you can see. Grass there, and also got the basalt. I think it's just I don't want to overload the system with stone. Say we've got the miner on, we just keep it on, and it turns out when we look in here we have, say, 1 million stone, which is not exactly what I want. But to be honest, what the hell am I going to do with 63,000 stone apart from turn it into sand or glass or whatnot? I don't know, but we've got it there. If we need more, we can just quite simply turn on a quantum quarry and just get loads more at it as and when we need to, which it's freaking, but either way, I'm so bloody pleased for this, and I really can't wait to get everything automated in this bloody mod pack, from Ender.io to Mechanism to God only knows what. So I think we're going to have some really good fun with that. But anyways, down to today's episode, what is it we want to do? Well, basically, I want to try and get most of this stuff shifted into my void world, but all this stuff here isn't going to be done just yet. We need to make sure we've got another bit of a power source in that dimension until we are near enough gold. And basically, I want to move this. Don't want to move it completely. I want to strip it down and make a much bigger one, which, as to how big a one we're thinking, I don't know, maybe a 5x5, if not a 10x10 or something, but it's going to be bloody huge, I can tell you that. And we've got loads of As you saw, loads of yellowite and loads of uranium, which we can actually get used. So that will be a good thing. The fun part will be trying to work out where we are actually going to place it. And how I mean by that is, let me just go over to the dimension. Where the hell is it? Simple void base, start once. You'll see. Come on, just load up, please. That we've actually got to try and get a few more of these blooming platforms made. Previous episodes, I've actually suggested about doing cylinders and connecting multiple of these little glass spheres all over the place, and then I suggested having them dotted about, say one up here, one down there, one over there. Not currently leveled this thing, but I don't know why, but I'm thinking that might be a cool thing, connecting up with little transporter thingy from Ender.io, which I think would be a really cool idea. So I think first things first, decide where we want our second platform. It's probably going to be just a little bit bigger than this, but how many blocks wide is this little main section? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know why, but that might actually make a decent size reactor. We could actually make a second little platform, similar size to this one. Just have it anywhere in it, doesn't really make any difference, and probably have the reactor that size. I reckon that might actually do. So these blocks we've just placed out here, basically, they're acting as a guide for us in terms of where do we want our second sphere, and as you can kind of gather, we're going out here. This isn't going to be like the centre of our second sphere, otherwise it's just going to be too goddamn close to our centre one. I'm thinking this could be a nice point of where the edge could be, and I can only imagine like looking from this one or looking from over there, seeing another giant sphere. That I reckon would be really, really cool. As to how big it's going to be, not 100% certain. I believe we could go for around about a 61 diameter. It's going to be, yes, it's going to be bigger than our initial one, but I think that would be a good size, and also I hoping it also is going to be more than enough in terms of more than adequate, should I say, for all the turbines that I want in here. I'm thinking at a later date when we do actually build the turbines, we could put maybe 6, maybe up to 8 in there. I don't know, it just depends on how it's all going to fit. So that is going to be fun. But anyways, I got to set this thing out and then get a floor built out. Seriously, what the hell just happened? I just came back and next thing you know, boom! I didn't even have a chance to bloody move. I just heard a little puff. Bloody hell. Damn it. And here we have near enough one platform done. I'm pretty pleased with that. You may be noticing or asking, why is it grass? Put it bluntly, it's just a marker. I just need some cheap bloody material so I can actually work on. And then when I do decide to change it, I will. And yeah, bloody hell, I didn't realise exactly how big this freaking area was. My god. And I've just thought, it's going to take a hell of a lot of bloody clear glass. Right, where is the centre? Because we need to get the central point for this bloody reactor. I think we're only going to make it about 13 from one side to the other. Oh, I was one off. Nice. Right, here we go. Centre now. The fun part. The reactor. Oh, this is going to be exciting. I might have it dip down a little bit, just for the hell of it. I might as well make use of the height as well. And before we do, just marked out a general idea of how big a reactor we could do. This is 15 by 15 as for the height, and that's still X. So, what do you guys think? I think this is more than adequate in terms of the size of the sphere. This should do, I believe. And in the meantime, while we're just getting load of graphite for the reactor, I've just done this. Yeah, just built up our sphere, primarily just doing half it, just to give myself just a bit of a better idea in terms of how much space we've actually got to play with. And yeah, just looking at it, if we just happen to stroll inside here, we've just got a ginormous amount of space, which is just absolutely bonkers. And also just thought, might as well just give myself a better idea in terms of what the reactor is where we're going to place the reactor, and is it not in fact that 15 by 15, as we originally stated a moment ago, is indeed a 13 by 13. Even so, it's still an adequate size reactor that we want for this build, and I reckon it's going to be more than adequate in terms of powering everything that we're going to have in the base. Though, to be honest, we're going to be making just that little bit more power when we come to make just a fair few turbines. And the turbines themselves, from what I gather, a minimum size I think is a 7 by 7. So let's just do that just to give you guys a visual grid. So that is one width of one reactor, and from that point to down there is around about 14 meters, maybe 15, pushing it depending on where we're going to place the turbine. So I think this is going to work really, really well. As to how many turbines we're going to be able to get in this area, best guess at the moment is maybe 6, or we could possibly push it up to maybe 8, but that I think will be a bit of a challenge. And I think we've got everything we need just up to this current point in time. As you saw, the rods, the control rods, and also in our bag, we've got the casing and also the reactor glass, which should make it look even better. Yeah, the first thing you may have noticed though, when we just shot out the little thingy, that grid there, was we've only got 9 of these real control rods. And you may be thinking, you've seen you're making such a big reactor, why aren't you using loads of them? To put it bluntly, I don't really have the resources at the moment. I've got the resources just to initially get this set up, but yeah, that's the fun part. And also the other fun part is cooling this thing down, because for something that size you're going to need a lot of bloody cooling. And in previous versions of Minecraft, I think it was like 7.10, that we had the thermal expansion mod in, and we could use like the stuff like the resonant ender and the redstone and a few little bits, but I think one of them was a cryo liquid or something like that. That was extremely good to use. Though in this one, obviously, we don't have that mod, so we're going to have to find other alternatives. We've got diamonds, so we could possibly use diamond blocks, and the other fluids in the pack are some other fluids relating to obviously extreme reactors, such as that one, which I don't know. We've got the uranium liquid and also got the cryonite liquid. I don't know how well that's actually going to do with the reactor, but I think diamond blocks may just be the best one. We also need to think of how we're going to actually set it out. I was thinking of having just a few factory blocks round said reactors, such as like say these ones or that one, because as a design I used back in Mod Source 1, which I really do like, and I think we may just do that again. I think it really will work. So I'm going to just get a few of these factory blocks just to get ourselves set up, and I'm thinking we could do a nice little time lapse for this. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit of the time. That was actually quite fun to do, even though it only took us about half an hour or so just to build this thing. I'm really pleased with it. The one question I'm still thinking about is how exactly is this place going to look when it is fully complete? And you may be thinking, why have you filled it, putting more of these factory blocks all around? Well, to put it bluntly, it's still in the planning stage in terms of how many turbines we could possibly get in here. We could possibly squeeze one more there, one there, possibly one over there, and maybe one in the top, and also maybe one down here. I don't know. It just depends on exactly how much room we've got to play with, but it's got really, really good potential, this place. It really has. And as for the amount of power it creates, let me just turn it on and show you. It creates a nice amount. As you can see, it's still climbing up. What we on? 13, 14, 15, 16, and it should eventually stop around about 18,000. The one little thing I'm a little bit worried about, do these things explode because the temperature is still going up? What's it at? 18.6, 19, oh, is it nearly 19,000? Holy Christ, and it's still, is it? Oh my God, it's still going up. And the temperature is still going up as well. Yeah, I'm thinking we've probably reached the limit. Right, our next little job now is trying to think about cooling this bloody thing, because how could I put bluntly, it's rubbish. Just look at it. We need to get it round about this temperature and probably get that bloody miller bucket to take just down a tad. Only problem is, like I said earlier before, we just turn this off. I don't really have anything to cool it properly. Like, there's no thermal expansion in the mod pack, so we can't use, like I said, the resin ender and all sorts. We've only got blocks such as diamonds and stuff to use. I'm not exactly sure how well they are. I'm gonna have to do just a little bit of testing. But we also do have these blocks here, but the thing is, just look at them. So very, very expensive, which is gonna be something we want to aim for at least for the turbine. So yeah, I'm gonna have some fun in games trying to work out how to cool this bugger. So after a bit of testing on the little program I found online, we're going to end up just using a hell of a lot of graphite. Yeah, it's probably not the best one we could use, but it lowers the temperature down substantially compared to what it currently was. I think it went up to like 2,300, which is just bloody ridiculous. Oh, there's my bloody pick, as I thought I bloody lost the bugger. Yeah, putting this stuff in drops it down to round about 1,000 Celsius, which is quite substantially cooler compared to what it was. Right, we should have enough. I've worked it out that we need just over 6 stacks, so hopefully we do. If we don't, we just have to cook some more up. And the last 2, and we are done. Holy crap. This looks like proper radiator bloody cooling sort of stuff, you know, like you get in a PC, for example. Right, that should do it in terms of cooling. Now the big test, how much does it cool it by and how much does it increase our power capacity to? That is going to be very interesting. Yeah, it really does look something that you get out of a PC, like one of the fans you put on one of the CPUs, for example. Anyways, turn you on. Temperature wise, it's not going up as fast as it was before, which is good. So it's going to top out at about 1,000, and RF a tick, we are still climbing. Whoa. And the test that I did online, it said it was going to be around about 60,000, so I think that's a little bit off. Maybe the fact that we haven't got as much room around it, for example, but either way, that's not bad. That is not bad. Yeah, exactly where I thought it was going to be. Round about 1,000 Celsius and 46,000 RF a tick. Now, the big question is, do we want to add more fuel rods to get more fuel? Or the other thing would be to, let me just think about this one, keep it as it is, and then use whatever energy rods we've got in here to generate tons more energy via the turbines, because if I remember correctly from the mod source 1 when it merged into mod source magic, I got 200,000 RF with my 8 turbines with my reactor, which I think had 2468 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 fuel rods. So obviously it's not going to get as much as that, but I don't know, it's going to be very interesting to try and work out exactly how we're going to do it, and how can I put bluntly, we're going to make sure we can turn the turbines off when we don't want them to be on. So basically we're not going to be burning any fuel that we don't want. So yeah, I'm really pleased about that. I think that's an episode well done for us, really is. More like no, probably will modify it a little bit, maybe add a few more fuel rods here and there, but for what it is, I'm really happy with it. Just a bit of a shame we can't add any fluids. We've only got the yellow fluid, and like I said, I don't really know how much it cools it by, but I'm really pleased with that. Absolutely pleased with that. So on that note, I think we're going to be ending this one here. As to what we're going to be doing in the next episode, I know we've got to clear this out and build the other top half of the dome just to make it, give it a better thing. We also could possibly do that. At the moment, I'm going to have a think about this for a day or so while I'm doing some other projects. But yeah, definitely awesome how it looks. Really, I'm really pleased. But anyways, like I said, time to end this one here. So if you have enjoyed it, please do make sure to leave that like. And also, if you are new to the channel and want to see much more from the Hermitpack on the Voxel Squad follow server, please do make sure to subscribe. Because like I always say, every like, comment and subscription helps my channel so much. And I'll see you next time.